Are you in touch with Janet?
Oh, no.
No.
No, but I mean, I know her.
Right.
I just never got a number for us to keep.
You've been quoted as saying you believe it may have been murder. Do you still think that?
Absolutely. There's more to come. I know there's more to come.
I have not spoken publicly about our movements or about Michael's exact location.
He was afraid. He
Who
was afraid
who
for
was
his
going
life.
to murder him?
Were you aware of the propofol, that he was using that to help him sleep?
Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
When you first heard that, what did you think when you first?
That was a shocker to me, and it just, that's serious. That's heavy. That's heavy.
So it was even more than you were aware of.
Mm-hmm. Any of us, none of us, knew to that extent.
I'm here to announce that the coroner has concluded the autopsy.
The Los Angeles Coroner's Office has ruled Michael's death a homicide and is investigating Dr. Conrad Murray, his personal physician, hired at the rate of $150,000 a month to care for Jackson. Have you ever met Dr. Conrad Murray?
Mm-mm.
Do you hold him responsible for Michael's death?
He was the one that was administering. I think he is responsible.
Do you think any others are responsible?
I really don't know. Maybe. The truth always prevails. That's the way that I see it.
With Dr. Murray, what would you like to see happen to him? Do you think he should be practicing based on?
No, I don't. Not at all. So this could happen to someone else? Another family? Mm-mm.
This photo was taken at a family gathering the last time she saw her brother. It must be very special
Very.
to have that photograph.
Well, no, the last time I saw Mike was maybe a month before.
Mm-hmm.
I was giving my parents a surprise party.
And
So
he
we were
came to
all
that.
there. We were all there.
The last time you saw Michael was around your birthday.
2 days before
Yeah.
my birthday.
Did you tell him you loved him?
Do you know what was the last thing we said to one another?
It was.
Yeah. He said, I love you. He said, I love you too, Doug.
You know, I just, in introducing you, said we all remember where we were when we heard that Michael Jackson had died. And it's one of those seminal moments in history. Where were you when you heard?
I was at home in New York.
Mm-hmm.
I was at my house in New York. You know, another day, another morning, and I get a call.
Diddy has a laundry list of crimes on his hands, but we never thought murdering Michael Jackson would ever be on it until now.
Always loved it.
Hey, Diddy.
Hello.
Hey there. I totally love when you performed during the Super Bowl halftime show in 2004.
Yeah.
What was it like backstage after Janet Jackson's wardrobe malfunction?
Oh, that's good.
First of all, if you just saw my face right now, if you just saw my face, I was reliving a moment for me where I feel I got robbed. I performed on the halftime show right before Janet Jackson.
Right.
And nobody remembers.
Yes.
Nobody. So I'm looking
sucks.
at Katy Perry. Everybody's like, "Hey, so when you gonna perform at the?"
Right.
At the I said I performed twice.
Oh my
At the Super Bowl. You didn't remember seeing me?
No.
And when I told them it was the year Janet Jackson, it was like, yeah, I still don't remember. So.
Are you in touch with Janet?
Oh no.
No.
No. But I mean, I know her.
Right.
I just never got a number for us to keep in touch.
Got it. Okay.
Big
Well,
Janet Jackson fan.
Yeah, me too. If you get it, let me
Yeah.
know, because we need to get Janet back and making music again.
Yeah, Janet is timeless. I think she's just taking a little break, worrying about herself, which is good. Sometimes.
Yes, that is good.
In a bombshell revelation that's set to shake the foundations of the music industry, Janet Jackson has dropped a sensational claim. P. Diddy might have had a hand in profiting from the untimely demise of her legendary brother, Michael Jackson. This comes amidst a slew of civil cases targeting the music mogul, sparking whispers of a grand conspiracy.
You wrote, I can't describe our pain in losing our brother or the pain of his children in losing their father or the pain of my parents in losing their son. I still have not seen the film This Is It. I still can't watch any of his videos, listen to his music. I'm certain that one day I'll again be able to enjoy the miraculous sound of his voice and the marvelous sight of his dancing, but that day has not yet arrived. The mourning continues. Where are you in that process, Janet, at this point?
Actually, since I finally was able to, I was in Paris, and it was one of those moments. At some point, you have to move on, and trying to do that, and it being really difficult. And there's still not a day that goes by where I don't think about him. Not one day. Not one day. And kind of pushing myself, forcing myself to a certain degree to get over this, because it's not the healthiest.
It'd be debilitating, I'm
yes,
sure, emotionally.
Yes, very much so. And I just spent the night just watching all his videos, listening to his music. And there were moments when I felt to cry, and moments that made me laugh, and it was good for me. I needed it. I guess out of everyone in my family, I never had that moment to cry about his death.
Why didn't you have that moment?
I don't know if it was trying to shield the pain or just trying to hold it all together, because I saw that everyone else around me was falling apart, and never taking that moment to really grieve, even at the service.
That night in Paris, did you really grieve?
There's more to come. I know there's more to come. But for now, yeah, I did.
Here's everything you need to know. The notoriously private Janet Jackson broke her silence on The Oprah Winfrey Show, divulging details that have left fans and insiders gasping. People think we were in denial, but we weren't. We tried intervention several times. Michael was very much in denial. He didn't think he had a problem, she confessed, her voice trembling with emotion.
I have suffered and dealt with the same kind of medical problem now afflicting my friend Michael Jackson. Because of that, and because of our friendship, when Michael's doctor called to ask if I could help, I was glad to intervene. I traveled to Mexico City, where I saw for myself that Michael was in desperate need of specialized medical attention. Because of my own experience with addiction to prescription medicines, I was able to make a number of calls in search of the best and most appropriate treatment for Michael, and he is now undergoing such treatment in Europe. Out of respect for his privacy, which I know to be extremely important at this time, I have not spoken publicly about our movements or about Michael's exact location. And because of my regard for him and my concern for his health, I will continue to be silent.
Janet recounted the harrowing moment she learned of Michael's deteriorating health. An assistant delivered the grim news while she was at home in New York, a moment etched in her memory. She had last seen her brother just a month prior, at a family party she had thrown. He was thin then, and we knew he had a problem. We all did, she revealed.
He always said that he didn't want to tour because he didn't want to have the problems of not sleeping and having to take Demerol and things like that, but he wasn't addicted to it because his behavior wasn't to the point that he was an addict. He was looking for this for sleep, and he trusted whoever administered these things to him. He trusted them.
I mean, when people hear about addiction, particularly celebrities, they tend to think, cocaine or ecstasy or whatever it may be. Clearly, we're not in that kind of situation with Michael. These were not to make him high or get any kind of high experience. The he was taking were all for pain and all for sleep.
Exactly.
Could it have been, though, that by the end, after years of insomnia, that he had become, in a way, addicted to any type of drug that would get him the sleep he craved? Do you think that's possible?
I really don't know, but I do know that it's a difference between Demerol and propofol. And if you...
Tell me about propofol, because you've studied this for your book,
Yeah.
and it's fascinating what you found out. It's a much stronger drug than people realise.
It's a much stronger drug. It puts you out, and it's basically used when people are under the knife and they want to not feel the pain. But the key to this is when you're a proven anesthesiologist and you're in the proper settings in the right medical field, you know how much to administer into the patient to keep him above the line, but not so above where he'll feel the pain, and keep them from going below the line.
As the interview aired, the world watched in stunned silence. Janet Jackson's revelations have ignited a firestorm of speculation. Was P. Diddy really connected to Michael's death? Could there be a shadowy conspiracy at play, orchestrated by those who stood to gain from the King of Pop's tragic end? The questions are many, and the answers remain shrouded in mystery. But one thing is certain. Janet's courageous candor has opened a Pandora's box that won't be closed anytime soon.
How do you think he died? You've been quoted as saying you believe it may have been murder. Do you still think that?
Absolutely.
Why?
Absolutely.
Why are you so sure?
I would never, ever think differently. Because first of all, Michael told me that they were going to murder him. He was afraid. He was afraid
who
for
was
his
going
life.
to murder him?
The people that were involved in his life, the people that were controlling him. This book, Starting Over, is about my life. And it's about Michael's life. It's the parallel between the two of our lives. We share that same life where people come into your life, wiggle their way in, control you, manipulate, control your funds, your finances, everything that you have, and you must do what they tell you to do. And that's what Michael was going through. And he knew that everything that was happening to him was not kosher, it wasn't right, and it disturbed him greatly. And he kept saying it over and over and over again. Yes, Dr. Murray was the fall guy, but it's more to it than just that. He named names. He told me people. He told me to be careful of this one and that one. And in the beginning, I didn't, it's not that I didn't believe him.
Who were the people that he was saying?
People that surrounded themselves around him, people that worked with him, people that were with him the last days.
Any specific names?
Michael wasn't capable of doing these shows that he was supposed to do. Michael only agreed to do 10, and it's because they had him on such a tight rope.
So, people close to him wanted to control him? Do we know someone who was close to him and wanted to control him, who would benefit and earn the most from his death and use it to earn millions? Yes, we do.
Puff Daddy flipped out regarding Michael Jackson at a party in Los Angeles. Apparently, a bunch of celebrities got together and they were having a tribute party for Michael Jackson. And one of Michael Jackson's songs was playing. What was the name of the song?
A Man in the Mirror.
Man in the Mirror was playing. There we go. And, you know, the celebrities like Queen Latifah, Wesley Snipes, Hill Harper, they were all dancing, having a good time to his music. And all of a sudden, Puff Daddy freaks out. And he says, "Can you guys stop for a minute? While you guys are talking and laughing, you're not hearing his words. You're not listening to his words. I need you to hear what he's saying. Listen to the message that he's telling us."
No, please. I mean, it's like with everything he does, it's a big, "Look at me, Daddy, look at me." I need you to listen to Michael's words. He's bad. Really, really bad. I mean, come on.
No.
Billie Jean is not his son. And neither is Prince Michael or Prince Michael II. Listen to his words.
All right.
Okay, all right. I mean, P. Diddy's so foolish.
And then he, like, turns up the music full volume, and he starts yelling over it. "Michael, I hear your words. I hear what you're saying."
and, you know, people make the case that it's very ironic, because Man in the Mirror, it tells you about changing for the better, etc. And then by acting out this way, P. Diddy is clearly not hearing his words in that song.
Right.
And but Michael, I do hear you. Diana was very dirty. She was a dirty, dirty Diana.
We aren't alone in thinking this. Conservative pundit Candace Owens has sparked a whirlwind of controversy with her explosive claims linking Diddy's latest lawsuit to the mysterious and untimely death of pop icon Michael Jackson. In a fiery episode of her podcast, Owens delved deep into the details surrounding Diddy's legal troubles, suggesting a chilling connection that the media has seemingly ignored.
You're not going to believe this, but there is, in fact, a Diddy and Michael Jackson connection. Yes, the lawsuit that we have been covering and following, so much being revealed. You're not going to believe that somehow it is connected to Michael Jackson and his death. And I gotta be honest, I'm kind of terrified. I think this is gonna be the last day that I cover it because we're getting close to something that is very dangerous, I believe.
Owens, never one to shy away from bold statements, questioned the eerie silence from mainstream media on the issue. She pointed out a particularly unsettling detail. The man allegedly involved in covering up Diddy's son's involvement in a shooting incident was also Michael Jackson's former head of security, present during Jackson's final moments. Owens insinuated that this individual and others like him might resort to extreme measures, even murder, to protect their interests. On her podcast, Owens outlined 5 key takeaways from Diddy's recent lawsuit, arguing that the implications could dwarf those of the infamous Epstein case. She took to social media to express her concerns, highlighting the lack of media coverage and suggesting that powerful figures in politics and Hollywood might be implicated.
He intimated this event that happened allegedly at a recording studio where Diddy and his son allegedly shot someone, and it was covered up by the LAPD and then the media. All right, so within those docs, and this is where it gets relevant, there is one man that is named as being the person that can do the cleanups, right? This is the guy that you are supposed to call if you get into any sort of a scenario. So in these docs, it says, Mr. Combs instructs his staff to always contact Mr. Muhammad, that is Fahim Muhammad, if they are ever pulled over by the police in Miami or California. And upon information and belief, this is regarding the shooting that took place at Chalice Recording Studios. Again, he is alleging that Diddy and his son shot someone. And after that shooting, the documents say explicitly that Mr. Muhammad spoke with the LAPD after G was shot at the recording studio. The LAPD was in the recording studio and witnessed the blood in the restroom, and they went with the bogus claim that the shooting of G occurred outside of the studio. This was all thanks to Mr. Muhammad's connections within law enforcement. So again, what we are seeing there is that you call this guy and this guy will make it disappear and the media will report whatever the incident is in a capacity that covers up the crime, allegedly. Well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? The cleanup guy, Mr. Fahim Muhammad, was also on the scene when Michael Jackson died.
Owens's claims add a new layer of intrigue to the already complex and tragic saga of Michael Jackson's death. By connecting Diddy's legal battles with Jackson's demise, she has ignited a firestorm of speculation and conspiracy theories. Her provocative assertions have left many questioning the true circumstances behind the King of Pop's tragic end and the potential dark forces at play in the entertainment industry. The echoes of her claims will undoubtedly reverberate for some time, leaving fans and skeptics alike to ponder the disturbing possibilities she has raised. That's all for today. Make sure to share your thoughts in the comments below. For more updates, hit the bell icon.